All right, we've got the last page, so page 6 of the study guide, and I believe it's also the last problem. Just happens to have a bunch of parts to it. So problem number 17 is a word problem. Let's go ahead and annotate it. Company is hosting a banquet. The cost of the banquet is $4,400. At the current cost of $90 per ticket, 160 people have bought tickets. The banquet organizer estimates that for every $4 decrease in ticket price, 11 more people will buy tickets. All right, let's make an equation out of it. So profit would be P of X. We're going to take the cost, which is currently 90, times the number of people, which is currently 160, minus the cost, so 4,400. But remember, we're going to change the price of the ticket and we're going to change the number of people. So every $4 decrease is going to increase the number of people by 11. Okay, so write an inequality. So take the exact same equation, but this time instead of P of X, we're going to say that as long as we make anything greater than $0, we've made a profit. Okay, use technology. So I'm going to go ahead and pop Desmos back up, and I'm going to guess, yep, there's the old equation. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And let's go ahead and put in the new one. So 90 minus 4x times 160 plus 11x minus 4,400. Okay, so there's my equation. I can see it now. I'm just scrolling. There we go. Pinching until I can get to the top. So if I tap on it, there's my maximum point right here. I want to take this x value and I'm going to round it because you have to round these x values to make them whole numbers. So we're going to say that x is equal to 4. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and slide over Desmos to just kind of squish it a little bit. Use technology to determine the maximum profit. So we're going to start with that part first. So the maximum profit, all right, would be basically we're going to take this equation right here, and everywhere I have an x, I'm going to replace it with a 4. Okay, so in Desmos here, I'm going to pop back up. There we go. This will get me my equation. So let's see, we've got 90 minus 4 times 4. Then we're going to do times 160 plus 11 times 4. And then I want to subtract the cost of the banquet, so 4,400. So the maximum profit that we can make, and this came from taking, replacing x with 4. And again, pop it into Desmos or your calculator of choice. If you have your own calculator, great, use that. So that's going to be $10,696 of profit. And then what ticket cost will result in the company making the maximum profit? So your ticket cost, remember, was the 90 minus 4x, and the 160 plus 11x was the people. So if I want the ticket cost only, I'm going to do 90 minus 4x. In this case, x is 4. So 90, that is not a 90. That's a 90. 90 minus 4 times 4. So the ticket cost should be $74. And so this, I'm going to mark it as ticket cost. That way I know which one's which. Okay. What is the lowest ticket price the company can charge and still make a profit of at least $10,000? All right. Now, unfortunately, I think I took out, yeah, I did. I took out the equation. So let me put it back. So 90 minus 4x. Let's see, 160 plus 11x. and then minus 4,400. All right, so that's the original profit, okay? What is the lowest ticket price the company can turn to still make a profit of at least 10,000? So I'm going to make a horizontal line, y equals 10,000. And on my graph, I want to zoom in on just that part. So right here. Now, obviously, 10,000 is the original profit, but that means we would have a ticket price of $90. So we're going to see what happens on the other side of the curve right over here. So we've got 7.995. You might think that if we rounded this, that would be the appropriate thing, but you actually need to always round this down. And we've done this a couple of times in the note sheet. So you can test this. X is equal to 7 or X is equal to 8. And what you're going to do to test it is basically where you have these X's in the equation, replace them with 7 or 8 and see if you still get a profit of over $10,000. So let's see if I can do that. So times 4 here and then times 4 there. Okay, so at, I don't know why I just used 4. Hold on a second. It's supposed to be 7 or 8. I get the right numbers in the right place. Okay, so if X is 7, we have a profit of 10,294. So that's okay. However, let's see what happens if we make X equal to 8. So that drops our profit too low. So that's not going to work. So now, what is the actual lowest ticket price? Well, we just want what happens when X equals 7 for the 90 minus 4X part. So 90 minus 4 times 7. So that if they charged a ticket price of $62, they would still make a profit of at least 10,000. So that is, I believe, yep, that is the last problem on the study guide. If you've got any questions or concerns on any of the problems, remember the test is on Friday, so we've got lots of time to answer your questions before that.